So now we're doing FreeCodeCamp Legacy Python for everybody. Dictionaries and Loops Exercise. All right.
Hello and welcome to Python for everyone. I'm going to do some coding. It's related to the Dictionaries chapter 9, and we're going to do some word counting. That's basically right out of the slides but I'm going to just write the code in front of you rather than have you look at it in the book. So what we're going to do is I've got my text editor up here, and let me start by making a new folder. For my Chapter 9 exercise.
All right. And then, right there, we're going to have to follow along with this because this isn't like the last ones. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the last one, but this isn't like those other ones, the first ones we did either. He's just going to go through and like show us how to do something. So let's follow along. We're going to start by making this folder with EX09. So let's open up our text editor. There we are. All right. And let's make a new folder. So just select outside of this list right here. Let's say new folder here, and let's call it EX09. Up, 09. There we go. And let's see what he does next. So which one? This one. Let's go.
Then I'm going to go and make an untitled file. That was from the previous one. And I'll do what I always do. Print hello and save.
Okay. So we're not going to do that because I trust the process. I trust that we're not going to mess this up. But anyway, what we're going to do now is we will go and make a new file. All right. So we'll come over here and we're already inside of EX09. That's what the blue means. So we'll push the new file button like this. All right. And we will call this EX09 also .py. All right. And what he's doing is he's saying something like, what is he doing? Print hello. All right. So we save this and we can go over here and go into the file explorer down here after right clicking the tab. And then we'll go into this line right here. I don't know what this line's called. If you know, tell me. But yeah, we'll go here into this area and we'll call it, we'll say CMD to bring the command line open, the command prompt or whatever we call it, this thing. So we're already inside that folder. So we'll say tab to get the thing. And then we'll go to home. We'll say Python and we will run it. And you can see it says hello because we did print hello. So good. Yay. Woo, woo, woo. So let's go watch the video and he's going to do the same thing his way.
Save it. And save it here into exercise 09 and ex09.py. So now I have a folder that's in my py4e folder, and that happens to be in my desktop. py4e is my folder on my desktop, and now I have all of these subfolders: cd, ex08, ls is dir on Windows, ls, oops, I got to go up one, ex09, ls. So I've got that file right there. Now I'm going to want to read some files, and so I'm going to bring some files down, a couple of files. Python for Everybody Code 3 intro.txt. So I've got this URL and I'm going to save it, save page as, and it's really important that I save it in the same folder as I'm going to write my code.
Yes. 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 We're also going to do this stuff. So let's go over here to py4e. All right. Let's go over there. py4e. We've already looked something up in a previous video, so we got this py4e code 3, boom. All right, and so we're going to get intro.text. So control F, intro, there it is. Intro.text, not intro short, boom. So we got this. And so what he just did was right click, save as. I guess that's what we can do. He's on a Mac. I don't know, but on this, right click, save as. We've got intro. We can say that inside the wherever you've put your py4e. Come over to py4e ex09, and we'll save it as intro, and it's going to be a text document. You can type .txt, but whatever. Either way. Save it. Boom. We've got that. Now let's see what else it is. Not at all. Let's come over here and see what else you got.
Just so that when I open this file, it knows where it's at. So I've saved that one. And I'm going to also take this clown text.
Pardon me. I forgot about that. Yeah, also the clown text. Let's do that. So let's come over here, back it up. Control F, clown. That's not how we spell it at all. Clown. All right, boom. Get that. Right click, save as. Clown. Boom. Great. Now we got both of those. If we go over to the text editor, we can see we got intro and clown in here now, so we can play around with those as we see fit. Let's go watch.
I'll use this to make my life simple, so I have a real short thing that I can show you how it works. And so now if I go back to my terminal, I see I've got exercise 09 Python, intro.txt, and clown.txt. Okay?
True.
So let's go back to my text editor and get started. I will prompt for the file name. Input, enter file, colon, space.
Okay. So we're going to have to go along with this. If we had two... Actually, can we do it like this? Check this out. Let's see what we can do. I was doing it half and half like that, but let's try to do it half and half like this. Give me just a second. Drop this stuff down. Because I do have a little thing right here in the middle that we can use called this side of the star. In the middle of the star. Boom. And then let's bring this one and do the same thing. Nope. Nope. Okay, that'll work. Shorten it up just a little bit more. Bring it right here. Alright, there's that. Let's, pardon me. Move this over to the edge. Good. Drop this down. And drop this down. Let's see if this is good. Alright. We'll do a plus. We'll do a control plus on this one. Control plus. Yeah, that'll work. We'll close this one off. Boom. And we got this. And we'll do a control mouse wheel on this one. Nope. That's not a good idea. Let's go back to 100. All right. There we go. So that's as good as it gets for this one. All right. So let's do this. Hold on. Oh, give me a second. There we go. All right. So let's do this. All right. So we've got fname equals input, whatever. So fname, I don't like that. File name equals input, and we're going to say inside here, enter file name. Enter file name. Come on. All right. Finally. Also, this is terrible. I don't like this. We're going to make this a little less big. A little smaller. All right, let's do this. So we've got... Oh, no, that's still not good. All right, let's back it up some more. That's good. Right? That's good? Yeah, that's good. Nobody's complaining. All right, so we got that. Let's go to the next part.
Now I'm going to do something. If the length of the f name that I just read is less than 1, I'm going to say fname equals clown txt. I do this so that I can just hit enter and it defaults to clown.txt. If I want to give it a different name, I can. So this, if I just hit enter at this prompt, then this will give me a string that's 0 length. So if it's less than 1, I'll just assume that. So let me open that.
All right, let's see what it's talking about. Let's do that. So let's say if the length of file name is less than 1, we're going to say file name now equals, and then we'll say clown.txt. All right, because we've got the clown thing right here. All right. So we can actually do a Control S on this and come over to the whatever this thing is. I forgot what it's called, command line or whatever, and run it. And now it says enter file name. Will just hit enter, because if we say something, it's not going to do anything. Watch this. Yeah, nothing. All right, so let's just run it and press enter here, and it didn't do it either. Oh, we didn't tell it to do anything. Let's go.
Handle equals open fname. And let's read through it. For line in handle, we'll strip it. Line equals line.rstrip to take the white space off the right hand side. And then we're going to say print line. Again, I'm not just doing this. When I write code, I just saved it. When I write code, I do these kind of stuff all the time just for my own sanity checking. And so now I'm going to...
All right, let's press pause here and go back to with the left arrow key, and let's write this stuff down. So let's bust this thing out right here. Actually, no.
When I write...
Oh, calm down. All right, so let's write this down. So what we've got now is we've got the handle here, right? Handle now equals open, and we're going to open the file name. File name. There we go. All right, so now we're going to do this for loop, right? We're going to say for the line in the handle, we are going to say line now equals line dot rstring, right? Dot rstrip, my bad. And we're going to print the line that got stripped, right? So let's do that with a Control S. Let's say save it, come over to the command line, and now it should take care. It should do the clown thing. It's just going to be, the clown text is just one line of text, remember? Whoa, what happened? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just one line of text, all right? So we'll come over here and check out the command line, and we'll press up, enter, file name, enter, and there we go. We've got the one line being printed out. If it was intro dot py, was it? No, dot txt. Let's do intro dot txt. It would do all the lines of this really long one that we could take all day to go scroll up to. We're not going to do that. It's even all day to scroll down. All right, so that's that. You know what? We're going to take a little field trip in this one, and we're going to learn how to clear this screen. Where's our old buddy ChatGPT? Boom. How do we clear the screen in Windows? It knows what it is. Windows CMD prompt box, whatever. It knows. Yeah. CLS and enter. Let's find out if that's true. CLS. All right. What happens? Does it clear the history? It does not. File name. There's the clown thing again. Clear. Oh, come on now. Can you go all the way up there? Oh, there it is. Weird. This is odd. Okay. It doesn't matter. Let's get back to the video. Here we go. No. What? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Right there.
Code. I just saved it. When I write code, I do these kind of stuff all the time just for my own sanity checking. And so now I'm going to run Python 3.
Okay. So that's what he means by sanity checking. Means he's just doing it to make sure that every step he makes, every step he does works. All right. But I don't know if that's anyway. I'm just thinking of some times where that wasn't possible. But anyway, let's get back to it.
ex09.py, just to test that. I'm going to hit enter now, and it's going to assume, hopefully, clown.txt if it all goes well. And yep, it read one line. Okay, so that part's working. I'll just leave that print statement in. The next thing I want to do is kind of a classic thing where we're going to go read a bunch of lines and then go horizontally across those lines in words. So I'm going to split that. WDS equals line dot split, and print WDS. So I'll print that.
All right. So he's doing the same thing with that one. So we'll come down here and we'll say words equals line dot split. All right. And we're going to print out words under that. Print words. All right. The variable words. Let's do a Control S. Let's come over to the command line, check it out, run it again, and there we go. The clown sentence or the clown line is now in a list where every single word is in its own element, and we can do a lot of stuff with this. So let's go and watch some more.
And I'm going to save it and test it. I really love to test things over and over. There's the actual line. This file, clown.txt, only has one line, and it breaks it into words, and so I have those words. Let's just run it again with intro.txt. So this will have a lot of lines.
We can do that too. So just like when we ran it with intro and then we had to clear the screen, we can do that again with intro.txt, and you can see it's also it's even longer now because there's all these spaces and commas and quotation marks. So yeah, that's why we need CLS, clean screen, whatever it is. And let's do the thing with the clown. And boom, we've got that going on right now. So let's watch some more. How do you turn your loop into a song? Oh, we're already here. All right, boom.
Line, lots of lines. Every line prints out the line and then prints out the words that we split it into.
Exactly.
Okay. So now one of the things that I do here is I want to believe, now I sort of can believe everything from here up. Like, oh, it's going to open the file. It's going to read through the lines and going to split them into words. And so then I'll just kind of behind it, I'll just say, okay, I'll just comment that out. Now I need another for loop for W in WDS. Now words is a Python list and has some number of words in it, 0 or 12 or whatever was on the line. And now I'm going to print out the word. Okay?
True. All right, so let's whoa. Before you spoil it, let me spoil it. All right, so that's what we're going to do here is we will actually say backwards on this
word
and space. Okay, anyway, it could have been smoother. Whatever. So now we're going to make this, what is this thing called? This for loop. So we'll say for, but first, before that, let's comment out this print because we know it works. All right, we don't need granddaddy print. We just need this one here. All right, so let's say for word in words. All right. And what we'll do here is print word. Okay. Now let's do a Control S. Let's do a command prompt click. All right. And then let's say up and enter. All right. enter again because we don't want to go through that whole thing. All right, and so now we see that the for loop has put this onto each line. So the first word was the. All right, so it went. This is the first iteration is the, and then it went to the second iteration, which is clown, and then the third iteration, fourth, all the way to the end, and then it didn't do anything else, and this is what happened. So we've got that. Let's watch him talk about it.
Okay. And so now we'll go through that horizontally. I'll just do clown.txt so that you see.
Same thing.
I'm not printing the line out. That's the words that have been parsed split from the line. And now we got this loop. Now, one of the things that's interesting is just to make sure that you're going through all the words. And I like a print statement here to know that W is going to successively take on literally all the words of this file. So if I comment this print statement out and I run it again, clown.txt, that for loop starting from here is every word in that file, which happens to only be one line. But now if I do the same thing for intro.txt,
yeah, let's do that. Let's do the command line. Let's run it again. Right, let's do a clear screen actually. And let's run it again. And then let's do intro dot what is this? TXT? What? Right? That's a lot. We're not going up there. That's painful. Anyway, so there's that. Nope. CLS. Boom. Cleared my mistake. All right. Let's do this. Boom. And go.
It's just going to go through the words. And in a sense, by nesting these two loops, we're going to hit all the lines. And that's a lot of stuff.
True.
But it hit all of the lines, all the words, and away we go. Okay, so here's where a dictionary comes in.
Here's where it comes in.
I'm going to make a variable called di for dictionary, and I'm going to say, give me a dictionary. Now, dict is not...
It's just like the notes. Okay, and we see this, and we know we can probably replace this with something. But let's come over here and do that anything. So anyway, pardon me. So we'll drop down 5, 1. We'll drop 5 down 1. Do you know? I guess that makes sense. We're going to say count. Counts, because we're going to be counting through these things. Equals new dictionary constructor, like thus. All right. So let's go.
Something you can choose. That's saying that's defining the type of dictionary. Di is a variable that I chose. Okay. So the key thing to this dictionary is we're going to make a counter, and we're going to use W, the word, absorb, elegant, whatever, and we're going to use that as the index. So the simple thing to do is to say if W is in DI, then we can say the dictionary sub the word, which is our key in the key value store of the dictionary, is equal to the value that we had before in that area, D sub W plus 1. And
hold the phone. Okay, let's do this. All right, because this is a little more codey than I like it to be. That's why I like this, because when it's all codey like this, it's a little bit hard to remember every time. What was W? What was WDS? What was DI? Blah. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so we're going to we're inside of this thing. All right, let's comment out print words. Comment. Boom. All right. Do we need this anymore? He took his out. I guess we don't need it anymore. All right. Let's say here if word. Okay. And this is talking about, remember, actually, let's back up to this and let's run it again like that. There we go. Remember, it does this nonsense right here. Right? It does this where it puts it on each, word on its own line, right? So what we're going to do with this is we'll comment this out. It's harder to do it without the thing. Hold on. Without looking at this, huh? Because I'm learning it too, you know? Anyway, so we've got that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to say, not that. What? Anyway, if word, and this is talking about those words in the command prompt, right? Like this word, like the, and then keep going down. If word in the dictionary, which is words, no, it's not. It's counts. All right. Should we call this counts or call this dictionary? No, counts is cool because we're going to be counting the words later, right? So if word in counts, we're going to say, what is this? Counts at word is now counts at word plus 1, right? Of course. And then we can come down here and print word like that. And so let's save this and let's see what it does. This is gone. This is gone. This is cool, gone. All right, awesome. Let's see what this does in the command prompt. Just press enter. Nothing. Come on. Nothing's load. What? Did I mess up? Because that's what it's got to be. Unless there's more to this video.
If it's not in there, else.
Oh, there's more in there.
di sub w equals 1. And I'm gonna print.
Yeah, just like in the notes yesterday. All right.
Print new. So every time we see a new word, it's going to say new. And I'm going to also then print W and the current value of the counter for W as it's going through. Okay. Now notice how far in I'm indented. This is all part of this inner loop. So this is the loop that's going to run every single word.
True. All right. So let's go do that. Oh, come on. Back up. All right. So let's do that. So we're here. Print word. We're not doing that right now. All right. Let's get this out of there. Let's get this whole line. Let's just go right here. Boom. All right. We're going to do an else. Else. All right. Whatever. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say counts at word is now going to equal 1. All right. If this thing is not, if this word is not in the dictionary that we made, we're going to make it, and then we're going to put 1 in it at the same time, exact same time. We're going to say print new, a string with new as an attention grabber, like that. All right. This is cooler than mine. Oh, don't you hate that? Oh, don't you hate that? And the thing is, his doesn't even, they don't even make this anymore. So he gets to live in immortality with the cooler stars. Jealous. Print words, word, and counts. We need to, honestly, we need to change, we need to fix this up. We need to say, what do we want counts at word to be? Oh, I don't even know. Watch this, because I hate this counts at word nonsense. What does this represent? Counts at word means word count. Word count. How about that? Count. Word count equals this. All right. There we go. So we're going to replace all these with this thing. How, okay, you see how all those are highlighted? How do I do all of them at the same time? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. We already did too many. We already did a what is that thing called? We already did a field trip to ChatGPT earlier. All right, so let's do this. It's going to be word. And we're also going to print out word count. All right, so we've got that. Let's do a Control S and let's go run it. Let's clear the screen first and then let's run it. File name, enter. What did I do? I know it's my fault that time, and we did some strange stuff compared to the video. Let's look. Line 13. Here, word count equals counts at word. Okay, so it's not allowed. Let's back it up to before we tried to be cool. All right, and let's get this. Copy it. Paste it, save it, run it. And there we go. All right. Whatever, you know, sometimes sometimes it's cool and sometimes it don't work. All right. So we can see right here, the one wasn't in there. Oh, no, pardon me. The wasn't in there. Now the has one. Clown wasn't in there. Ran after the car and wasn't in there. And then now the, whoa, where's the second the? Oh, there's the second the right there. And it goes on and on like that. Very cool. So that's what we have so far. Let's watch him talk about his version.
Part of this inner loop. So this is the loop that's going to run every single word. Okay? And I'm going to run this first with clown. So it runs slowly. Okay, so we saw the was new. And the count is 1. Clown is new. Count is 1. Ran is new. The count is 1. After is new. The count is 1. Now we saw the again, but now we made the count be 2. Let's print here. I'll say existing. So you can kind of see it. Now in the print, I'm printing this. Let's make it even a little more verbose.
Look, he's got 6 lines going on right there. I have 6 also. Okay, I thought I had 5. On the keyboard, it's 5. Anyway, I wish I knew how to do this, but let's do what he just did. We're going to put existing right here. All right. We're going to say print. No. We're going to have 2 of these. We'll have 4. We'll make 4. 4 of them, and we'll say existing. Nope, let's do it capitalized. No, we're going to do it lowercase. I mean, title case. Existing. And we'll change this one to title case too, because I like that. All right. Save it. Command prompt. Run it. Run it. Okay, there we go. So we can see again, new. And then this next one here is existing. This one's existing. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works right there. Let's watch him talk about it.
Print W. And then I will make it so it prints the word before and the count after, and then whether it's existing or new. So we're going to put a lot of print statements in. Print statements.
Let's do that too. Okay, what did he do? Print the word first. What did he do? Okay, so before the if statement, he prints the word. So he took this out of there. Okay. And then he gets rid of the word from here. Okay. And then he said, save it. Well, he didn't say that yet, but he's going to do that. And he runs it. And you can see now it does it thusly. And I liked it better the other way, sort of. Maybe if there was like a new line somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. That's how that worked. And then let's put a string here. That's going to be /in for a new line. Save it. See if this makes it a little bit better looking. Not really. Anyway, whatever. Let's watch this.
Count after, and then whether it's existing or new. So we're going to put a lot of print statements in. Print statements are cheap.
They are cheap.
Okay, so now we see the word the. It's the first time we see it, and we set it to 1. We see the clown. It's the first time we see it. We set it to 1. We see ran, new, 1. Later on, we see the. It's already in. So existing means it was already in the dictionary. W as a key was already in the dictionary. Okay, and so that's why we added 1 to it. So the old value was 1, and then we added di sub the equals di sub the equals di sub the plus 1. W is the string the, T-H-E. That's
true.
What.
Yeah. Okay, let's go over that just in case you're wondering. Yeah, so this word, remember we did this thing, print words. Remember we did this. This word, when we say counts at word, it counts at whatever word we had. Let's do run the clown one again. Let's go to the top. And so there's all these words, right? These words right here, and when we did the for loop, anyway, whatever. We got the, right? It's the in the line, the clown, whatever. And then the next one, and then the next one. And that's what it's counts at the, all right? And the next one, next time it goes is counts at clown, right? Then counts at ran, right? And that's what it is. That's how that's working. Let's watch this guy do it.
What that string is. Okay? And so we've made it all the way through, and you see the in this one line occurred ultimately 7 times. So now I want to print out the contents of this dictionary at the very end of both loops. So I got to de-indent twice. And so that will give us the counts.
Okay, let's do that. Let's press enter here, and then here on 20. Whoa, how come he's at 21? What did he do that we didn't? It doesn't matter. We're going to say print, and we're going to print counts. All right? Counts is the dictionary right here. Let's say control, let's press enter again. All right. Control S, and let's open this, run it again. No. Oh yeah, no, it is it. I don't think we need to print any of this other stuff though. Let's throw hashtags in front of this. All of these. Hashtag space in front of all these prints. All right, save it, run it one more time. Let's do a clear screen first. Run it. One of these days, right? One of these days. Save it. Clean it. Run it. There we go. All right, so here's the histogram ultimately that's going to be created, right? And then if we want later on down the road, we can do other stuff with this, like find out which one's the biggest out of this. We could make a graph out of it with 7 units on the, 2 units on clown, 2 units on ran, or whatever we want. All right, so this is a very useful thing in our little data quest. All right, so let's watch. Why is this thing going like this? Let me control it. Hold on a second. Let's go to task manager. Did that? I hope that didn't cut out on me. 24% on the GPU. Oh, it stopped right before I checked it. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, let's watch him talk about it.
And so this is what we get when it's all said and done.
Yes.
You know, the happened 7 times, but it just worked through its way through. Okay? So you got that. Now,
and
this is a
hold
pretty
on,
verbose
and
way.
hold on. And let's go back to this thing. Let's get this thing out. You can see his is different. Here's clown here. We got clown on 2. Let's run it. We can run ours again. And you can see, whoa. Oh, yeah. There's a thing to where if it... No way. Clear the screen. Try it again. Why is this in this order? I thought it would put it in any order it wanted. Why is his out of order? Whatever. Let's watch.
Way of doing this, but I did it sort of the slow way to show that there are 2 situations. If it's already there, you increment it, and if it's not there, you set it to 1, effectively inserting it, right? So you insert it and set it to 1.
True.
With this di sub the equals 1. Okay? But let's get a little less verbose here, get rid of some of these print statements, because we kind of covered all that.
Yeah. You understand what's going on, right?
Get rid of this line, and go back to...
You guys, you understand what's going on, right? Well, anyway. I'm just going to imagine you do. This right here, this is creating it inside the list, and then this is just adding to what's ever been created. That's what's going on right here. This creates it inside the little, what is it called? Dictionary, right? This creates whatever word, like the, ran, clown, car, whatever. It creates it, and then this one adds to it, right? So let's go.
Printing W and DIW at the end. We'll leave that one in. So what I want to do is I want to look at this bit of code right here. This if W in DI else. We do this so much with dictionaries that there is an easy mechanism to
just like in the notes
do this that combines these 4 lines into a single kind of contraction. And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to print, let's put 2 stars out, then the word and di.get of the word, comma, negative 99. Okay, and so...
Okay, so this is showing us the thing about the get thing, all right? So let's do this, print this thing here. Let's put that right at the beginning of the for loop. All right, so let's come over here to the for loop. We'll just put it under this print. We'll put it above the print. Or we'll just switch this print out for this. How about that? Let's go like this. And let's say print, we're going to put 2 asterisks right there. We'll also print word. And then we will also print counts.get word. Whoa. Yeah, .get word. And we will say negative 99 as well. Negative 99, just like that. Let's save it and let's run it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, yeah. Okay. 99, so negative 99. Every time it gets created, we're putting a negative 99 there, right? So here's the, and then it adds 1 to it. What the? What the? I don't know what's going on. Let's go watch this.
di.get of the word is the important part. The way it is this is a dictionary. .get says,
True.
In its first parameter is the key to look up, which is word like the, or fell, or clown, or whatever.
True.
And 99 is the default value that we get if the key doesn't exist. So this is in effect an if-then-else, right? This little di.get w99 negative 99 is, you know, if it's in there, do one thing. If it's not in there, do something else. Okay, so let me show you how this works, and you'll see that the 99 will happen when Okay. So the first time we see the, get returns 99. All right, so let's move it over here. The first time we see the is not in the dictionary. So this di.get.
Is that what ours did? No, ours did not do that. That's why I was confused. What's different? What's different? Print this. All right, it was the same before, right? Why is it different now?
Of the word the in the dictionary.
Hold on. What? Why is it different? Look, this one's got this going on, and ours has this going on. Well, why is it different? How is it? Why is it different? It can't be because it's Windows and this is an Apple, because that's ridiculous. Because they're both Python. So what did we do? What did I do that's different? For this in words, print this, yeah, and then do the if statement. What's different? Print counts. Yeah, he didn't change that. This is annoying. Okay. Let's see. What? Okay, let's run it. Okay, there we go. The clown ran after the car. Okay, what? Okay, look. The 99. Okay, his does this. It's almost as if this doesn't happen after the first one. Like this happens and then it exits and goes and does it again and then does it again. What's going on here? It's like it's acting as if this has a continue after it. According to this. Because it should do this, right? And then it should print. Oh, does he have print statements out? He has. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Anyway, so there we go. There was the problem right there. And then we have that new line, and he doesn't. So, all right. Save that. And that looks more familiar. Okay, so that's what's going on. Fun times, right? All right, so let's no, is that still doing it though? Hold on. What did he do? His says the. Okay, so he's printing out word and the counts. So let's do word. All right, there we go. Yeah, this stuff, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's run it. All right, finally, what is this? Is that how it looks? Yes. All right, good. So now it looks just like that. Let's go.
Is not in the dictionary. So this di.get of the word the in the dictionary gives us back the negative 99. Okay?
True.
And this still is working, and so the is 1, clown is whatever, but away we go. Okay? Let's do it this way. Let me comment this out. Let me comment this one out. and run it again so it's a little clearer what's going on. Okay, so the first time we see the is not in the dictionary. The first time we see clown, and we know it's
that's what we had first time.
Negative 99. But here we asked for it, and the is 1 because we'd seen it before. And so that's just this get mechanism allows us to get the new value, or get a value out if the key exists, and specify a default if it's not there. So I'm going to go old count equals di.get w, comma 90, comma 0. So instead of using 99 here, I'm going to just get rid of all this.
All right, let's do that. Old count equals the count dot get. Yeah, counts dot get. Okay, let's do that. Not like that. Like this. All right. So where are we? Right here. So we're going to stay here, but under that we'll say old count equals counts dot get, and then we're going to say word 0. Okay, so it's just like this. It's either going to get the word or it's going to put a 0 in it. All right, so let's run it. And let's go. Whoa, big sound effects there.
Is what I'm saying is.
That's what I'm saying too. All right, let's get rid of that. There we go.
Look up in this dictionary. Get is a function that's part of all dictionaries. Look up using the key W, which is the, and if I don't get it, give me back 0.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say print word, comma, old, comma, old count. And now what I can say, whatever the old count is, it's either the value that was in there or 0. And now I can say new count equals old count and now let's see, new count, and I can say dictionary sub word is equal to new count. So instead
sure can.
Else then, this is basically saying look up the old count that we have. If you don't find one, use a 0. We'll print that out. And then I'm going to say afterwards, I'll print the new count. Now, and so we'll print the old count. Here are some of these blanks. Print the old count.
Is that how I do it? All right, give me so let's take a minute here to appreciate what we just witnessed. All right. Okay, so what we're doing here is now we're over here at this W in W's. So we're here, and so all this stuff, as you can see, is no longer there. Except for we've got this old count here, right? So we've got the old count equals counts.get word or 0, right? And we're going to print that out. We'll do that next. We'll print out word. We'll also print out the word old. And then we'll do also print out after that the old count variable. Okay, so we're putting the word variable, then space old, then the old count variable, depending on what it is in the iteration. There we go. All right. So that's what we're doing here. I think I kind of don't want to do this. Okay, so we know we're replacing this stuff. We just watched him replace this stuff, so we know that's going to happen. Let's get rid of this stuff. And let's see what happens if we save it and run it. Let's clear the screen. Oh, there it is. Let's run the old, zero. Okay, so that's what happens now. Let's do the next thing. New count equals old count plus 1. All right. And let's say count at W, at word. Okay. Now equals new count. What's wrong with this? Counts. There we go. All right. And we're going to print out the word. All right. So it's going to be just like the other one, but we're going to say new. And we're going to do new count instead of old count. New count. Okay. And then we're going to also print the count dictionary. So we'll say print counts like that. There we go. Maybe we should, whatever. Let's say Control S and let's do this. See what happens. Okay, so this is what happened before. Okay. This is what happens now. Okay. So now it says the old, the. Okay, this the is the first time it says it sees the. Okay, like the clown did the thing, did whatever it did. All right, so the new, the is new in 1. Clown old 0, clown new 1. Okay. What? What's going on here? Okay, so it used to be 0 and now it's 1. All right. So yeah, that's what's happening here. It used to be 0, now it's 1. It used to be, this one used to be 0, now it's 1. This one used to be 0, now it's 1. This one used to be 0, now it's 1. I see what's going on. Let's watch the video.
Print the old count. And you can see the old count with the, because the doesn't exist, was 0. The new one's 1. Clown's old is 0. New is 1. Clown's old ran old 0. But now we get to the. Its old count was 1, and now its new count is 2.
True.
Okay?
Just like we saw.
By using this get and saying if we don't find it, we'll assume the count is 0. That makes a lot of sense, right?
True.
You know?
Let's just add 1 to it. Why not?
If not there, the count is 0. If the key is not there, the count is 0. Okay?
True.
So that's what this line does. If get the value from under the key associated with the key, or give me 0 back. And then I can take that old number and just add 1 to it and then stick it back in. Now this is ultimately not how we tend to do it. Okay? We tend to blend this all into one big long statement. di sub w equals this part plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that says get the old value from this key or 0 and then add 1 to it, because that really combines all of these lines into a single line. Okay? So I'm going to delete them now.
Yes. Get rid of them. We don't need that crap anymore. We can do that too. All right, so yeah. So now we see all this can happen if we just grab this here. We get rid of this. We say plus 1. And we get rid of this. It's the same thing. All right? We're just saying counts.get word. It either get the word that we've already established, right? And if we haven't established, establish it and set it to 0. All right? and then add 1 to it. So now that word has a 1 in there, right? And let's do the old and a new. Let's see if we can do that. New count, we don't have that anymore. Let's say counts at word. So let's do this. Let's put that here. And then let's come down here and say print word old counts at word. Counts at word. Okay. Let's save it and let's run it. There's another one, right? What did I do on that one? Oh, I don't know. What is the problem here? Let's go 12. 12. Okay, because what? What's the problem here? Word counts word. What's the problem here? Traceback counts at word. Is this not the exact same thing? Can we do it like this? What is the problem? Okay, so it works like that, but it didn't like what I did. But I don't know why. You know what? That's why sometimes, like in cases like these, we have to do the drastic. We have to do something to figure this out because Chuck ain't telling us. Our minds aren't telling us. But you know who will? Our old friend. Our old friend. Tell me what's wrong with this Python code. Boom. Let's figure it out the 2024 way. All right. That looks like line 12. That's line 12. Okay. So we're trying to access counts at word before it is initialized in the dictionary. True. True. Leading to a key error if the word hasn't been encountered yet. Which on the first word, it's definitely the case. Makes perfect sense. So it's got this problem because this doesn't exist yet. Cha-ching. Bam. Save it. Don't ever do that or you'll have a problem like I had. Let's watch.
Now we've combined this all into one, what effectively is an idiom. Retrieve, create, update, counter, all in one line. I'll still print out. In this case, I'll just say di sub w, and then we'll see the counter.
Oh, calm down. Oh, we already did that. Yeah. So yeah, when he says that's an idiom, okay, so these are idioms. These things right here. So whenever we had something that took like a bunch of steps and then we used logic to, and also methods like this method right here, the get method, we use a method to do something else to get it to be a one-liner. That's what he means by idioms. Maybe you knew that already. I am just now solidifying it. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so now I'll run this. We don't. We have a new, but now we see it the second time it's 2, and so we see car the first time. We see that the second time. We see car. I mean, the third time we see car the second time, and away we go. Okay.
True.
And so that's pretty straightforward. And so it really kind of
pretty straightforward. Yes.
A typo there.
No big
So
deal.
let's just get rid of that and run it with the clown stuff.
All right, and there's how we get the histogram right there. So yeah, let's get this print out of here because it's just there to show us that it worked. Let's save it. Let's run it. And you can see that. Let's do a clear screen. Then run it. And yes. So we've got the histogram right here. Looking clean. And this is some pretty clean code. You know, it is what it is. So let's watch some more because we still have quite a few more minutes.
And we get the right data there. And let's run it with intro.txt. And there we go. Okay?
Yep,
and so
there it is.
It's
Looking
tearing out a
crazy.
bunch of words and giving us a dictionary.
Do you see the code? Do you see the matrix?
That was a lot of work to get to this line 16.
It was.
The dictionary in it.
It was.
Now we want to find the
yes.
most common word.
And we're going to do that right after this break that we're going on right now. I was waiting for something like this. All right, so that's part one. Part two in a little bit. I can't believe that this is an hour, 6-minute video so far. All right, we're going to do a part two. See you then. All right, we're back. So let's go through the rest of this video. We're going to do the most common word section of this. So let's see what Dr. Chuck gets us into.
So we're going to loop through this dictionary. And part of it is like, once we printed this dictionary out and we verified that it's right, don't worry too much about the code up here, right?
We won't.
Matter of fact, I can take out some of these print statements.
Matter of fact.
And we can kind of trust all this.
True.
So
hold on, what was that?
Words and giving us a dictionary. And we can kind of trust all this.
I didn't do that.
So
I didn't push anything. It just went back.
Now we want to find the most common word. Now this is like a maximum loop. So if you recall, we have a whole set of key value pairs. Communicate goes to 2, is to 2. Skills is 3. So we have these key value pairs, and we're going to loop through and look for the maximum. Now, in a dictionary, we can loop through the key value pairs with the following syntax. For, you know, I would call these variables k and v for key and value, but in the dictionary's name dot items. And items is a method inside of all dictionaries that says give me the key value pairs, and we need 2 iteration variables. So
yeah, true. Let's look at that. Let's look that up first real quick. Okay, items method Python. Boom. All right, so we've got this Python dictionary items method, and so we've got a dictionary right here looking like an object in JavaScript, right? We got the key value pairs, and then we say x equals car.items, and if we print x, let's see what happens. We have these tuples right here. We're going to have the first one. It's going to be brand forward, so brand here, forward here. And then we got model Mustang year 1964. Somebody's wealthy. Isn't that like a really expensive car? All right. Regardless, so there's that. So that's what's going to happen if we do a car.items, all right, or anything a dictionary.items. All right. So let's watch. Where were we? Right here. Let's watch this.
So this is like an assignment statement for K and V. K and V take on the successive values for the keys, the key and the value. Okay. So if I just now print K comma V, and I'll take this print statement out, and then run the code.
What happened?
Oops, what I forgot to, I fell back into my Python 2 days.
Nah, you did.
In parentheses for my print.
What a silly guy.
So there's clown, and it just prints it out. And it's kind of the same thing, except it's pretty, where we're putting each one on a line.
All right, let's do that. All right, let's get out, what's the thing that we're using? VS Code? Let's get out VS Code. Here's where we ended. All right, print counts. We're not doing that anymore. Let's slap a comment thing in front of it. In front, I say. I said comment. I said. All right, and what else do we want to get rid of? So we want to get rid of this, this, and this, and then we're going to comment to ourselves. Idiom, what? Idiom retrieve update counter. All right. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think that's something we need to be concerned with. All right, so let's do this. Print.
Fine.
Also, let's get this set up for success. There we go. All right, so let's do that. So we're going to down here on 14. Why are they on 16? Oh, yeah, because we didn't have this. Down here on 14, we'll say for key, comma, value in, what are we calling it? Counts dot items. All right. What we're going to do is print the key and the value. Let's save it. Let's go over to the command line, press up to run it again. Enter file name. We'll just use the clown. And yes, just like on the video, this happened. All right, so let's go.
Okay, so the V is the value. So we're looking for the largest value. Oops. So the thing is, we know that the values are always numbers that are greater than 1. So I'm gonna do kind of a quickie maximum loop. Largest equals -1. Now in previous times we've seen that this is a bad assumption, but because we know these are counters that are always positive, it turns out this is not a bad idea.
It's logic.
And so
it's logic. We know that none of them are going to be less than 0. So using -1 is fine, right? I don't know if we could have used 0, but that's fine anyway. So let's keep going.
Say if the value is greater than the largest we've seen so far.
You got it. You got it, Chuck.
Largest equals the value. Okay, and when that loop is all done, we can print the largest.
V equals largest.
Okay, and so this is just a...
So aggressive with those types. All right, let's go. So let's do that. So we've got print key and value. So we're going to have an if statement under this. If the value is greater, we need to make the largest first. All right, so we'll come down here to 14. We'll say largest equals -1, right? Just as an initial value. So if value is greater than, if value is greater than largest, all right, and we're talking about the value in the key value pairs like these, right? If that's the case, we're going to say largest now equals the value. All right. And that seems pretty simple. There's got to be some sort of edge case that because I mean, look, I'm only saying that because there's this much video left, right? So let's do the print and let's see it in action. So let's say print done. All right. And then we'll also print the largest after that. So there we go. Let's Control S, save that, and let's see how that looks over here. Oh, done 7. There we go. Done 7. Okay. That's cool. We could also say key equals -1, right? Largest key equals, let's put none since it's going to be a string. We'll say if this is the case, largest equals value, and then we can also say largest key equals key, right? Talking smack about him, and now I'm looking goofy. No, I'm typing poorly. All right, let's put largest key in here too. Let's just take that. How about that? Let's say largest key, comma, largest. Save it. Let's go look what it does. Done the 7. Looks good to me. All right. Let's watch
The
Chuck
max
take
loop,
here.
and we're using this value. That's the number. The value is the second thing. Oops. Can't type Python.
You'll get it.
Oh, it's a typo. Yeah, I'm not using value. I'm using V.
True.
So largest equals V. Let's try it again.
What a move.
Okay, so we're all done with 7. So these were the things that we were looking for.
True.
And it was looking for the maximum, and it just dutifully found 7 was the largest. But we also want to know what the word is. And so what we can say here
What can we
is
do?
we can say the word is none, meaning it's just like we don't know what the word is.
That's my
And then
memory.
whenever we catch this new largest number, we say the word equals W. So I like to think of this as
The word equals
capture,
K, my boy.
remember
What's up, football?
the word that was largest.
The word's supposed to equal K, my boy.
That's what I'm doing. Remem.
Remember.
Right, that's tough. R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R. There we go.
You got it. How about catcher?
So we're gonna this trick here is not only knowing what the largest number was, but the word that was associated with the largest number. So now I can print out at the end the.
Look, this guy might be okay. Look, clearly this guy works at a university, you know, and he teaches all day. But guess what? You know, he probably makes one tutorial video a year, while the code man makes them 6 days a week.
Word
Just saying.
and the largest, and that's the count.
Now it's going to give us a throwback, a type back. No, it's
Okay,
not.
so now we know.
Oh, what? Hold on. W. Where's this W coming from? Where's this W coming from? I don't see any other W in this thing. Did he change
number
it?
was, but the word that was associated with the largest number. So now I can print out at the end the word and the largest, and that's the count. Okay, and so now we know that
Car isn't 7. Yeah, car is not 7. Okay, yeah, so there's a typo. That thing is a typo. It ain't gonna work.
oops, did we make a mistake here?
True. Can FreeCodeCamp teach you how to program? It can teach football. It can teach. Look, I'm in the middle of recording a video, so I got to show you. Yeah, football just asked a question. It can teach you to program. Why diss him? Why not? That's how I was raised. Am I supposed to change myself for other people? When are they going to change for me? Why? You know, you grow up in the 90s and tell me why diss him. You know. Of course I'm going to do it. That's who I am. All right, but yeah, football. It'll teach you the basics. It won't even do that. It'll show you. It'll get your feet wet. Okay, but you gotta do a lot to actually learn how to code. FreeCodeCamp is not the one-stop shop by any stretch. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Okay, that does not look good because it says car
True.
and 7. If V is greater than the largest, oh, it's not W.
It's K. Come
I
on.
used a really bad variable. See, that's the old value there.
True.
There we go. It's K, which is the key.
True.
Key. I was going to say, that was quite the bug. See
Yep.
what happened there? I had this as W, and it just happened to be, it was the last word on the file.
True.
Car.
Clown car.
The last word in the file.
Very
because I
true.
used the wrong variable.
Hilarious.
Right? No, little mistakes, little mistakes.
It is what it
La
is.
and
We all
7.
do them.
Okay, so let's get rid of this print statement because we kind of know what's going on here.
Okay. We can do that too. See ya. Oop, not too many C's right there. There we go. Let's go. Actually, let's save it. No,
And
we can save it
away
later.
we go, and this should now work if we run it. We can even get rid of the word.
And we can get rid of the word done too. Yeah, we can do that too. Let's get rid of that. Let's do a Control S. And let's go over to the command line. Let's do a clear screen. And then let's run it. And there it is, the 7, just like that, just like on TV. All right, let's go.
We're done here. There we go, the 7. Now, the cool thing about this is this code runs just as easily with one line of code or the intro of the book, intro.txt, and
absolutely,
not surprisingly, that's still the most common word in the introduction.txt. I seem to like that word, and it's 226 times.
True.
Okay, and so that is the basic pattern of reading some. This is just a word loop. Now, sometimes there would be some, checking to see if the line is the one you're interested in, maybe tearing apart the line, but it's at the end of the day, this idiom of starting a dictionary. Now, it's a common problem to know where to start the dictionary. You want to accumulate the numbers for the whole file, so you don't want to put it in between line 6 and line 7. Okay?
What?
So I hope that particular thing helps a little bit.
It did.
Helps you understand dictionaries.
It did. A very little bit. Little bit enough. All right, so we got that done finally. How long is this one? 14 minutes, and the last one was like an hour and change. So yeah. Yeah, I just started doing live videos. Ty just talked. Oh, we're in the middle of recording a video. That's why I got to show. I don't want people thinking that I'm talking to nobody. Yeah. What do we have going on currently? Yeah, we're just doing this one right here, but we just finished this video. All right, so there's that. That should be good for now. I don't think there's too much else we need to talk about the thing. The thing works. Let's run it one more time. Enter file name. Let's do the intro.txt. Intro.txt. The 26 looks great. Why is there that? Why is this? Is there always a space here? Can we trim the thing off of this? The white space, the line break off this? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll figure that out later. All right, so there's that. So now let's go back to over here. Open this big, and let's finish this up. So what will the following code print? We've got counts. We've got this thing right here, this dictionary right here for key in counts. If counts at key is greater than 10, we're going to print the key and counts at key. All right. I think it's just going to print Annie. No, it's a for loop, so it'll keep going. So it'll print Annie as the key and counts at key. So it'll print Annie 42 and then Jan 100. I don't think there'll be an error. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. And submit it. So there we go. We're done with that. And now we're on to the tuples collection. He calls them tuples. I'm calling them tuples. I don't care what he says or anybody else says. I'm calling them tuples. It's a better word in my opinion. And we'll see you next time.